Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince with another Attila tournament match cast. And this is TWCL Autumn 2015 Group Stage, Group A, match between TakisSakkis of Sif and Jixi of RTK. This is going to be, in the first game we're going to have Jix as Langobards and TakisSakkis as the Allens. I guess this is going to be an interesting one indeed, as I always say. Everything's going to be interesting, and you know that by now. Anyway, let's go over the Alani build. So we have Alani General, Bronze 1 with Brace, 3 Noble Alani Cav on the right, 3 Noble Alani Cav on the left. In terms of infantry though, 2 Elite Agathyrsi on the left, and then 2 Elite Agathyrsi on the right. Now we do have some Sarmatian Warband actually. Looks like 4 of those, Bronze 1 as the center. As for the Langobards, well, what do we have? Redoubtable Chieftain General all the way in the center, interesting, with Brace. Then we have, looks like 2 Noble Germanic Horsemen on the left with a Germanic Lancer. 2 Noble Germanic Horsemen on the right with a Germanic Lancer. And in terms of skirmishers, well, we have 4 Germanic Archers already in loose formation. And next to the General, we have 2 of these Scaled Clubmen. As for the left flank, well, we have 2 Horse Slayers with a Godhands Chosen. The right flank, 2 Horse Slayers with a Godhands Chosen. So fairly strong flanks, very symmetrical. This is definitely something that I approve of. I like symmetry. Anyway, let's see. Again, like what the Langobards have to do here, they don't even have to move up. They just have to set up, go into shield wall with the Scaled Clubman and the Redoubtable Chieftain, and just start shooting the enemy. They don't even need to send up all these units so far. Already you can see the flaming shot onto the Noble Alani Cav starting to pay off. These units are moving up, but a bit too far in my opinion. I think they need to reposition and then go immediately into shield wall, otherwise it would be a problem. As you can see here, the Langobards shield walling up right now. That is great. Germanic Archers starting to fire onto all these Noble Alani Cav. And as you can see here, the Sarmatian Warband Elite Agathyrsi are moving in, but already they are fatigued. Here comes the attack of the Allens. They're going to go in against all these units. They're gonna do well against the Germanic Lancers, that's for sure, but the thing is that the Langobards, their units are going to be in much better shape once they come in here. They didn't have to travel as long, so their fatigue is not a big problem. Oh, huge problem here for the Allens. They get destroyed by this charge. They pull back the Noble Alani at the worst time, and then these charges destroy the Elite Agathyrsi. Looks like there's going to be a pretty bad charge here by the Germanic Lancers, very wasted. Nice targeting though on that Noble Alani Cav, and on this flank the engagement also started, but the Elite Agathyrsi here will trade very well. However, the Godhands Chosen are going to change things around. Sarmatian Warband here, very nicely done. Noticing this unit is in shield wall, they're going to pull out and rear charge all these units of the Langobards. Left flank though, as you can see here, the attack of the Allens being very unsuccessful. I don't know why both flanks were attacked at the same time, hopefully trying to put too much pressure onto the Langobards and make sure that they don't get that they don't have enough time to react to both attacks, but looks like they're doing it fairly well. And on this flank, yeah, definitely the Allens are getting a really bad engagement. On this flank as well, the Allens are kind of winning. I'd say that they are indeed winning, but thing is this engagement is being so cost inefficient for the Allens. This is a nice rear charge. It's going to kill a lot of Horse Slayers, but I don't think it's going to make the difference, and that means the General is going to die soon. And of course, these Alani units are actually not doing too terrible for themselves, but they're taking so long to kill all these units, and by the time they kill all these units, these Horse Slayers are going to do all the work. I mean, we still have Noble Alani Cav here left on the field. This Noble Alani Cav routed. Godhands Chosen going to destroy everything. They're now fresh. Even Redoubtable Chieftain charging into the rear of the Sarmatian Warband is going to rout it off the field. As you can see here, this cavalry unit pushing through, but it's now going to get focused by all these Germanic Archers with flaming shots, so the damage to it is going to be huge. Kind of not firing properly though, as you can see. Ooh, that volley is going to do a lot of damage though. But they're not really killing the Nobolani Cav because the unit is kind of spread out, so that's good. But here we're going to have another Cav unit sent in, and this flank is just taking so long for the Allans to mop up that it's insane. This Elite Actors is actually going to end up losing to the Godans Chosen because the Godans Chosen are actually there and they might turn it around. As you can see here, the Alani General is engaged in the fight, so he's not looking great. Redoubtable Chieftain losing some men, but at the end of the day, the Elite Actors Warriors are going to get killed. Nobolani on the field here, but they're going to get shot at. Wow, they're just losing so many men to these Germanic archers. It is insane. Point blank fire. But the Godans Chosen here, they are berserk, so because they're in berserk mode, they're going to do very well. These Scaled Clubmen fighting here and will also trade quite nicely. Not in shield wall, sadly for them, but still. Nice rear charge into these Elite Agathyrsi warriors. And as you can see here, the Langobards are going to kill the Elite Agathyrsi warriors. The Alani General is going to be off the field. Looks like it is dead now. So the rush of the Allans not working too well at all here. Ooh, this Nobolani Cav looks like it is also gonna rout soon, and let's just watch this engagement here. As you can see, the Elite Agathyrsi against the Redoubtable Chieftain here. And the Scaled Clubmen, well, we know who's gonna win that fight. Oh, there's also some, I believe these are Godans Chosen, yeah, they are. Coming in, and that's it for the Allans. Very nicely done here by Jix to defend against this rush. As you can see, the Godans Chosen were instrumental in the defense, and the Scaled Clubmen doing extremely well for themselves too. Some of the Germanic Lancers doing well, but one unit not really doing well at all. It got destroyed by Nobolani Cav. As you can see here, the Elite Agathyrsi doing a lot of damage in general, but what can they do against Godans Chosen? Not much, really. Anyway, that is game 1, going to Jix, so I shall see you in game number 2. This is game 2. Let's go over the build. So we have TakisSakkis as the Sassanids and Jix as the Ostrogoths this time. I'm gonna put it in slow motion and let's see what they have. So, for the Sassanids, we have Spachbed General, silver 1 with brace. Then we have 3 of these Push Tigban bronze 1 on the right, 3 of these Push Tigban on the left, 2 Dalamite warriors in the center, 2 Dalamite warriors on the right with an elite Dalamite infantry, 2 Dalamite warriors on the left with an elite Dalamite infantry. So again, a rush build here by TakisSakkis. So Ostrogoths have to be really careful here because they should defend, because there are no skirmishers on the field for Assassins. This is a pure rush, and it's quite a strong one at that, at least in terms of cavalry. That's just a lot of cavalry. Anyway, let's go over the build of the Ostrogoths here. Well, this is kind of weird because it's such a huge blob. Anyway, once it's more organized, we'll be able to go over it. Royal Sayun is Brace General. Then we have 3 Noble Germanic Horsemen on the left, 3 Noble Germanic Horsemen on the right. We have, looks like 2 Skirmishers on the field this time around only. It's just 2 Germanic Hurlers, but it is enough to annoy the Sassanids. Then we have, looks like a bunch of Thracian Warriors on the left, 2 of them, with some Gothic Warband. Looks like 2 Gothic Warband on the left, indeed. Center, we have a Noble Germanic Swordsman on the right flank, 2 Thracian Warriors with a Gothic Warband. I honestly prefer more Gothic Warband, but Thracian Warriors are not bad at all either. They have Headhunt, which is very important. Also, the Noble Germanic Horsemen, looks like 2 of them have Bronze 1. I forgot to mention that. But anyway, we should have a really quick game, as you can see, based on the timer and based on the Sassanid build here. It's just pure rush. We'll see how it works, though. Noble Germanic Horsemen have to definitely go into diamond formation, otherwise they are going to have a really bad time against Pushtigbans. Pushtigbans are just going to crush them really easily. We need to see the Ostrogoths defending very well here. But Assassinids are I mean, they're going to be alright with moving forward. Here comes the engagement. Ostrogoths coming in, but here's one thing about going into diamond formation. So you see here, diamond formation means that, well, your infantry is weak to the charges. As you can see, Noble Germanic Horsemen taking a lot of damage to the charge, and then the unit right behind it, Thracian Warriors, getting destroyed. Same thing over here. That's the weakness of diamond. So you have to keep the infantry support a bit closer behind if you use diamond formation. Otherwise, what's behind it will get destroyed. It looks like a similar thing on this flank, actually. Stigman's getting into the Thracians. And then over here, again, a similar thing. So at this point, what can I say? I can say that it is GG. Because, and honestly, I don't want to spoil it because, I mean, it's fairly clear to me right now that the Sassanids have a firm grasp on this game because of all the free charges onto their infantry. So here, as you can see, Noble Germanic Horsemen going down to all of these elite Daylamites and their units. It's just looking really bad for the Ostrogoths right now. These Pushtigbans got into the Gothic Warband. I mean, this Noble Germanic Horsemen are going to die to Daylamite Warriors. And here the Thracian Warriors also going to go down. The Spachbet General is alive. He could go around for some rear charges if necessary. Looks like that is what indeed he's going to do. He's going to charge it through the back of his own men. This is not the greatest charge, though. He's still going to do a lot of damage, of course. This Pushtigban going to charge in and rout that Gothic Warband. Looks like we're going to have to see the Royal Sionis. He's already slowed down, which is great. Interestingly enough, due to the own Germanic colors. But as you can see here, flanks completely died for the Ostrogoths due to the aforementioned mistake. I mean, diamond formation is good and all, but if you have infantry support so close to your cav that's engaging the enemy shock cav is gonna still make it into your infantry, and well, that's game. So you have to be really careful with the infantry support. Anyway, Royal Sion is over here going to get charged by the Pushtigbans. This unit's gonna be off the field. Basically, as I said, it was over since the beginning. After I saw those engagements, they were not good at all for the Ostrogoths. So yeah, let's zoom in here. Daylamite Warriors here going to be killing these Noble Germanic Swordsmen. Is any of them in shield wall? Looks like none of them is in shield wall. Even though they both have shield wall, none of them opted for it. I mean, the unit that was in shield, if there was one of these units in shield wall, it would have won against the other for sure. But yeah, as you can see here, the Daylamites still going to end up winning against the Noble Germanic Swordsmen. And the Noble Germanic Swordsmen are off the field. And that is going to be games. The rush this time around for the Sassanids working very well in their favor. As you can see here, the kills, the Pushtigbans speak for themselves. I mean, just killing even half a unit of Thracians was enough for Gothic Warband. I mean, overall they just did so much damage, these Pushtigbans. And they allowed the infantry follow-up to kill the rest of the Thracians and Gothic Warband, if there was such a thing left. But anyway, not only did they do damage onto cavalry, but also to the infantry with their charge. And that was super important, the fact that it got into the infantry. And that's what, in my opinion, defined the game. But anyway, that's game and match. So 1-1 between these two players. It's a tie. It's not a best of 3 again, it's just 2 games. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.